Oh, sneak preview. I'm talking to you from the end of this video. We've got some massive changes this last couple of weeks since the last video, so I hope you can join me to the very end. But first, wow, look at that. Plenty of fertilizer. You can't go wrong with potatoes, one of my favourite veg. What really surprised me though, because I have last year managed to grow a few little tomatoes as well. But looking at these, this now just handed me one of these. So I'm going to plant that, of course, because hopefully I'll get a good potato out of that. But I didn't realise how quickly they grew. They only planted these in March, so he said 2.5 months. My Portuguese may be awful, but I understand certain words and I get the gist of it. So now we are in the end of May, so March time, 2.5 months, and it's got an amazing crop. And then they'll just replant them. I believe that they do that up until August. So yeah, I only now need to, looking at this, have a fraction of the size dedicated to the potatoes, and that should give me enough circulating during the course of the year so that I don't have an abundance in one hit. Yeah. Melancia. Feijão. Ele talta é feijão. Piment. So we've got tomatoes there. Runner beans along here. Great setup with the bamboo. Looks really cool. And then one of my favourite, gotta have it with every hot meal, peas. Now where they're really lucky, of course, is I've already shown you where the pipes are down here, and they have their own barrage, which is just there, which is around about level with mine. I should really call mine that now, after calling mine a pond for all this time, a barrage. I'm probably saying it wrong, but you get the gist. Oh, bollocks. Now the bit I've been looking forward to for a very long time. The relief that I'm feeling right now. Yeah. Every house renovation comes with its highs and lows. You're going to have moments where you want to give up and you feel like you've made a really bad decision, that's for sure. Then you have moments where you leap forward, only to then have to step back. But standing in this room right now, seeing it without the scaffolding that's been in here for a good half year, and seeing now the size of this room and how it feels without that in here, definitely feels bigger, it's just a feeling that I can't explain. And I know a lot of people watching this video have been watching through the months of this house putting together, and some weeks you see a lot of change and other weeks it's the same old repetition. That's part of the reality of doing things in real time. But when you have moments like this, and maybe I can feel it a lot more because I'm standing in here, what a relief. So Will, he didn't eat any of the food yesterday, but Chris, you can see he's got a straight line now, belly. It was coming right up here the other day, following around there, and he's really packed out. He looks pregnant, bless him. It's not his fault. I should have locked the door. I just didn't think he was going to go in there, as he's been so good lately. But looking at the two of them, it's made me realise, of course, the most important thing, which is why I'm mentioning it now, is dogs live in the now and the moment, and they only give you love. Obviously, when Bert was with me, it was a different thing, different journey, and that was such a loss, and I really felt it. And well, it just made me realize even more that I've got to make sure that those dogs are having the best life they can possibly have. But it made me realize that spending time with them makes me live in the now, and it is because of the dogs. It's obvious working at the house in the village that you're not really living in the now, because you're planning everything for the future. The end of the month will be finished and I'll be starting here, then there'll be targets and deadlines for this, but I'll be approaching this house in a very different way, making sure that I enjoy every single moment. And just being here now, I can feel that energy and how beautiful it feels to be back here with them two. Anyway, that was my thought for the moment. Dogs are just incredible, and I'm blessed to have been given the opportunity to have Chris here and for Will for so long, and long may it continue. Back to the house. Our kitchen has arrived. So always check when you're buying, especially in quantity, because there's a couple of things that are missing from this. And if we're taking it home and then spotted that and discovered, yeah, we need to come back here again, they could quite easily say, well, you should have checked it first. So we're being thorough with this. Now, of course, got to try and get that in the van, but it's longer than the van. So even with the window open, I'm not sure this is going to fit. It won't go on the top because it's too flexible and it'll flap around too much. Wow, that took all day to get that sorted out. Oh, amazing how many days you can waste just getting things. I'm going to leave it in the van until we've got some of the flooring down, save us moving it twice. So I'm just going to close the van, and in a couple of days' time we'll be able to get that in there, and I'm hoping next week we'll start putting that together. Oh, let's get this down. So what we're doing here is starting one end and then working our way all the way into the kitchen area. And the offcuts that we have at the kitchen end, we use to start our new line at the door end. Fourth time lucky. When it comes to all things flooring, James is the pro. So I'm going to leave this last bit for him to get in. It's a little bit fiddly. Good. So the next step is the steps. Good morning. It's nice to walk in here fresh and see this all down in this room. So today James is going to continue with the steps and going up onto the hallway, and I am going to get on with the kitchen. Right, this will be fun. So far, so good. Okay, put that up, put the floor on. With those. 1, 2. Just do a guess of rooney. Right, one down. That's coming along well. So, all of the units are constructed. Doors can wait. Now, I've got to work out exactly where they go. To start here, which is where the sink is going to go, I need to put some holes in the back for the plumbing and then fix that to the wall, work my way around, making sure the height's all correct, and hopefully get it all looking a little bit smarter. So, see how far we get. The thing is, I can't move that out now. And I needed that in place before I could do that. Now I can't take it out easily because of that. So square off here. There. Okay, that end, that's way off. That's too high. Now that works there. It's way off there. But there aren't any other legs. Plasterboard, raw plug. Yeah. All we got. Flooring down. So nice to get it down in the corridor. James did that this afternoon. Wasn't entirely sure whether he was going to be able to do that or not, but yeah, lovely to get it done. Still got that bedroom to do. That's not going to take long. And up those steps. We've got the tiles down in the bathroom with the grout, and the tiles that we were going to be using in here, we decided, because they go really well with the flooring, which is such a nice contrast with the white walls, and we're using it on the risers here. And I think that's going to look pretty damn good. The flooring down by the back door is the one I'm really pleased with how that's worked out. We cut it around the stone, and part of that stone is going to be visible when you shut the door. So that's going to be a nice feature from within the room. And as for the kitchen, that is thunder in the background there. It's Sunday afternoon. It's really hot and sticky at the moment. And well, if it does come this way, that'd be quite pleasant to get some rain. So it's Sunday. I didn't put a video out last night because I was in a huff. The kitchen was just driving me a little bit nuts. So I have spent all morning today, Sunday morning, for 3 hours at Leroy Merlin, going through everything that we have. And now I think I'm all right. Anyway, back here, it's Sunday afternoon, and I thought, well, I want to get my scooter back on the road, so I'll have a go at piecing it all back together, because now I have my replacement part, and all it was this one piece here, this rim here that was broken, but I couldn't put it back on because I need to get it through this side, and this cable goes all the way through the body. So I've got to somehow disconnect it, take all this out. I might as well just put the new one in there. They did send me a video because I couldn't find it anywhere online, and it looks nothing like what I'm looking at this end after I've taken it out. These cables won't move any further out of there than I've got them. So somehow I've got to work out where that, which goes through the body, is in there. So while I'm doing that, I'll let you carry on watching from tomorrow onwards, back at the kitchen. Oh, before I pass you on to me tomorrow, I just remembered, whilst I was out, I went to the health food shop and I got my 4 ingredients needed for my healthy chocolate. You saw the recipe and the ingredients on my last video. I'll pop it up here right now. We have the World Chocolate Challenge. So if you did watch the last video, if you haven't, pop back and see it. You can get a hold of me and any chocolate welcome from around the world, and we'll do our challenge after we finish the house in the village. We got the lucuma powder, we got the cacao, I think I'm pronouncing that right, butter and the cacao powder, and coconut, dried coconut, basically. They call it crystals. But I've already got the coconut oil all ready and waiting, and I have made this before and it's really nice. So if you want to have a go at it, let me know how you get on. Right, see you in the morning. Oh yeah, that's picked me up a little bit. Beautiful day today, and it was so nice not to be here yesterday, though I have to say, although I was obviously during the entire morning and into the early afternoon sorting out the kitchen, I was still back at home and fiddling around with that, spending time with the dogs. So yeah, I can't complain. Now coming back here, realizing, you know what, last week we'd done so much in this house and it really has transformed it. The kitchen was just a headache. Go for it. And it's such a warm colour as well, not too white, not too yellowy. Okay, that's the pick-me-up we needed. I've got to just come back to this for a second because I'm really, really genuinely taken back. We've had quite a lot of light coming into this room, and at the early stages we were concerned to a degree of how dark this area is going to be, because when we bought the house this was a very low ceilinged area with a door on it with no light going into it at all. And yeah, we knew it was going to be light enough to not have the lights on during the daytime with the rest of this house, but just seeing it now, I can't tell you how that feels. Oh, I've been running. Oh, I could feel drips of rain. Yeah. So it would have been perfect today to paint the flat roof. We're using a walkable terracotta paint for the flat roof, the steps coming down to that front railing, which will look really nice, and that's the finishing touches at the front. But in the end I decided, as I didn't have a roller or a brush, I'll go out and get a few items that we need, because we've started the kitchen and I'm going to get as much of that done this week as possible, even though there are a couple of items that we had to reorder. But with the worktops, it's hit and miss. They're quite expensive, and the majority of the ones that you're going to like, you have to wait for them, order them, and that can take, and some of the ones I was looking at today, up to 5 weeks, which you don't want to do. By 3 o'clock, all I ended up with was a roller and a brush, so I was a little bit deflated. And then I went to this other place as a last ditch attempt before I just ordered, and not only did I find a worktop that will actually fit, but it was the right colour that matches everything that we're putting in that house. Very simple, but it just matches. It was in stock, it was cheaper than the other ones, and part of it was damaged, but it'll be in the offcuts, and I got that one for half price. So all in all, it's ended up being really, really good this day. And today, definitely everything's in place, all spirit level. So the next job is going to be to get the worktops on and get them cut down. Got one chance to get this right, so I better not make any mistakes. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't kind of nervous doing that, because there was only 3 in stock, and so I've got to get it exactly right. Even if we did butcher one up, and well, it wouldn't have been a busting amount more to get another one, but with only 3 in stock, I've got them here. Yeah, I'm going to be very careful when I'm marking up these last 2. 2, 7, 3. Okay. Oh, I haven't been this nervous in ages. Don't know why. 2 down, 1 to go. Oh my God. What? What? Oh my God. How did I do that? How could I get it so completely and utterly wrong? Oh God. Yeah, Just kidding. This was the off cut. I'm just making sure that this end is square, so we got the whole lot lined up properly. Hope I haven't jinxed it now. Yeah, we've still got one more piece. Might come in handy for something though. Where is it? You can see though, there, that's why I got the discount. Very handy that we're not using it. Last one, I don't want to make a mistake. Looks really nice without the plastic. This is one of those nice little jobs to do. Got this gadget here with lots of holes in. I've marked off already where I feel they should go on the cabinet, and this, if I can get into here, just sits on it. I've marked my centre line off and there it is. Makes life a lot easier, so I've just got to drill those holes and do them all of them. It's a darn sight quicker than how I would have done it in the past. I'll take this whole one off. There we go. Very satisfying. Since the last video, we have definitely moved forward quite a lot. So let's see where we are as of today. What a relief. Yeah, it's really starting to take shape. Next week we're going to continue with the kitchen and the bathroom. Door frame here, I'll point this out now because originally we were going to keep it with the blue and in the character, but as you can see now it really jars with everything in this house now that it's all starting to look nice and clean. So we will be sanding it down and painting it white. But overall, we've moved forward a hell of a lot. Next week we'll get more done, and I want to get the flat roof at the front of the house sorted out with that terracotta paint. Get that going all the way down the stairs and under the steps in that area painted out. When that's done, we can get on with the garage and work our way in that direction into the courtyard. Very happy with it. Right, take care, stay positive. See you next week. Bye for now. Well, he's got his belly back. He's got the lines again. Good boy.